Hey everyone, it's Christopher Paolini here again, and I have the great honor today of getting to interview none other than Ciruelo Cabral, who we've talked before many times. Thank you for being here today.
Hello, Christopher. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Of course, you worked on the 10th anniversary edition of Eragon. You designed the cover for that and also did that wonderful painting of Eragon and Saphira sitting on a cliff together. And the reason we're talking today is, of course, because we have collaborated on the official ERAGON coloring book. And I say collaborated, but you did most of the work because you actually drew all of the art.
It was a real collaboration because actually your directions were very important for the final result of the drawings.
Yeah, I did send some rather massive emails with lots of thoughts.
Yeah, it's normal, and I wanted to be like that.
Well, and it was wonderful for me as the author because you were so open to, the back and forth of the collaboration and trying to come up with a vision of the world in the books that I knew that I enjoyed and that the fans were going to enjoy. And just so that everyone knows what we're talking about, here is the book itself. So tell me, what interested you about the project in the first place?
I am a fantasy artist because I love dragons. I love literature. I love good literature, like in your case. And working with the author of one of those books that I really love and I'm interested in, is one of those chances that one can have once in a lifetime.
Was there anything different about making drawings for a coloring book versus like a calendar or some other sort of illustration for a fantasy novel?
Yeah, the only difference is that it's line work. It's a black and white drawing, but that's something that I'm used to do. I mean, you know that in certain books that I publish, that's the work I do. It's just a line work. Very clean.
Well, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to have you work on this project was having seen your line work, I knew it would be great for a coloring book. Out of all of the ones you drew, was there a drawing that is your favorite?
Saphira and Eragon swimming and the whole movement of the scene, I like that one a lot. And actually, the whole head of Saphira is under the water, so we have these two different dimensions. And the whole scene is very dynamic, etc. So I think that one is really a good one.
I agree because that was the image I chose to do to color in as a promotional video. It was actually very, very difficult for me because, as you said, there's the reflections of the water, and you have a blue dragon and water and a big blue sky, and so trying to figure out how to color all of that was very tricky for me, especially because I'm partially colorblind. So we've talked about some other things. Let's talk about dragons for a second. I think you did a wonderful job with all of the different dragons in the book. I love all the drawings, but the dragons are definitely one of my favorite things about the book. You have the drawings of Saphira, you have the drawings of Firnin and Thorn and Shrukin and all the different dragons. You've mentioned Eragon and Saphira swimming in the water. Aside from that image, was there a favorite dragon of yours to draw in the book?
The figure of Shrukin. That one particularly I like a lot because it's different. It's a huge, huge dragon. It has to look mean and evil, and so it was kind of a challenge for me. And so I came up with different styles that probably were a bit awkward, and you suggested several changes, and that made me explore more in certain styles of dragons that, because Firmin and Saphira, they are more the style of dragons I'm used to paint and draw. And it's a bit different, and I really love to explore that. And to explore means to work hard. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to work hard on something, trying to figure out to come up with something that you are not sure. But that kind of challenges. I like them a lot.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because I was showing the coloring book to a friend of mine, and the drawing of Shrukin was their absolute favorite drawing out of the whole book. They stopped on that page and they were going, "Wow, yes, this is the one. I love this one. This is such an awesome dragon."
Fantastic. I love that.
Well, do you think you will ever do any more drawings in the world of Aragon, or paintings, or anything of that sort?
And I would love to keep on exploring your universes. If the case arises in the future, I would love to keep on collaborating with you, of course.
Awesome. Well, and I'm sure the fans of the books will enjoy that and look forward to that just as much as I will. Is there anything else you think people might find interesting about the creation of something like the Aragon coloring book?
Well, actually, as I was telling you, the language of drawings, black and white drawings, for me, it's very rich in itself, and at the same time, it's very nice to have done this percentage of the images for the rest of the people to complete the work. So I'm very, very excited about receiving the feedback, because actually that will give me another vision of what I did. I mean, and that's something very exciting. I never did that. I've never done that before. So I feel that it's just a small percentage and people will do the rest. And that's very exciting.
I think that's a great sentiment, and actually it bears saying that although I've been referring to this as the Aragon coloring book, and that is the title of it, it actually includes scenes from all 4 books in Inheritance Cycle, so it's not just the first book. And you did a tremendous amount of work. I mean, there are almost 50 drawings in the book, large drawings with lots of detail. So I think fans are in for a real treat here. Well, thank you so much for your time and talking about the coloring book today. This was a lot of fun, as always. We had a few glitches with Skype today, but I think we got a great conversation here. So thank you.
Thank you, Christopher. And I really want to push the fans to start working on them, on the drawings, and send them.
I agree, and we'll be collecting those the colored versions of the drawings in different places, I think, so everyone can see what the rest of the readers are doing, and we can have a shared vision of Alagasia, which I think will be beautiful. So again, thank you, and thank you to everyone who has watched the video, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this coloring book as much as both Ciruelo and I have. And as always, may your swords stay sharp.
Thank you. Bye-bye.